Live from the Valley, it's your host, former Miss USA, Nia Sanchez.
Hey, baby. Okay, welcome to the Hold My Crown podcast, where we dive into life, pageants, reality TV, parenting, and so much more. Join us for special guests from your favorite reality shows and some of my very good friends, other beauty queens. This is Hold My Crown.
Hold my crown.
Hello. Welcome back to the Hold My Crown podcast. I am so excited that you are here hanging out with me today and listening. So we are doing a fun mini series, and I'm so glad you're tuning in for it. And we are talking to Miss USA state title holders and other Miss title holders. This is the very pageant side of the Hold My Crown podcast. So thank you for being here. I'm going to introduce you to our next guest. Here's her little intro bio. We have Christell Foote, Miss Tennessee USA, and this is all about her. As an award-winning sales and marketing executive, Christell Foote knows how to elevate brands like Miss USA. She's a sought-after mentor who helps emerging leaders and entrepreneurs pave paths to their dreams in business. But the thrill of making her next sale or helping a young person get their start is not the only thing that excites her. She is also a super fan of Formula One racing, a ballet dancer, scratch golfer, and at 6'4", she's always on the hunt for the perfect footwear. Also, Foote is her last name. I love it. Christell has heard no most of her life, motivating her to help others find their yes. Welcome to the podcast, Miss Tennessee USA, Christell Foote. Welcome, Christell.
Hi.
Yes, I said it right?
Yes.
I feel like you told me some people read your name differently than it said, but it's Christell. Welcome, Miss Tennessee USA. How are you doing today?
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be here. I got in Hollywood yesterday, so I've just been exploring before I check in for Miss USA.
Amazing. You check in. So for anybody that's listening, this is going to air a little bit later. You check in tomorrow. So we are down to the wire. Miss USA is almost here. I want to know, I want to do a little soft intro, kind of getting to know you and your background. So where are you from? Where were you born and raised, and where do you live now? Same town, somewhere else? Tell me about your connection to Tennessee. Are you from Tennessee? Did you move there? Tell me all of it.
Yeah, so growing up, I was born in Illinois, moved to Texas, and then from there finally moved to Tennessee. I grew up in Knoxville, Tennessee, went to high school 4 years there, loved it, and then from there, I went to the University of Georgia and then moved back to Tennessee. I live in Middle Tennessee now in Murfreesboro. So it's just south of Nashville, about 40 minutes. So
Got it.
Get up to the city easily. But yeah,
That's so nice.
Proud Tennessean.
I've only been to Nashville one time for work, and I stayed at the Grand Ole Opry House. Is that even in Nashville?
Yes, the Grand Ole Opry. Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I stayed there. So I never saw any of Nashville. I've never been around. And then I've been to Chattanooga 10 times. Have you ever been to Chattanooga?
Okay. Yes. Beautiful.
Yeah, I love Chattanooga. I don't know why I love it, just because childhood memories, I guess. I used to compete in martial art tournaments there.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywho. So I want to know, there's so much that we can talk about, but let's start off with just your passion and what you do. So I want to get to your work in the entrepreneur world soon, but you were telling me how, before we started recording, how you are just really all about empowering women and loving who you are and overcoming adversity. So what was your adversity that you had to overcome? Kind of tell us a little bit about that, because you are, if for anybody watching, because we have this on YouTube as well, you are very tall. You are 6'4", which is ooh, that's fire for Miss USA, Miss Universe stage. It used to be all about the Amazons. The taller the better for Miss Universe and Miss USA. So tell me a little bit about that part of your story.
Yeah, so I am 6'4", and it definitely took a while for me to embrace every inch of that. But along that journey, I heard a lot of no's throughout my life. You'd assume I play basketball. No, I didn't even make the basketball team. I loved dancing. I did ballet growing up, but then when it came to dancing professionally, they told me, no, you're too tall. Even in the modeling world, people told me, no, you're too tall. I went to agencies. They said, sorry, and for anyone out there, I'm still looking for pants long enough. It's so hard.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. Do you have to get custom pants?
Yes, it's so hard. My inseam is a 38, so it's very hard to find pants. But
do you have to be like, this is what I want, and you take it to, and someone makes it out of raw material? How does that work?
Yeah, so I get lucky. Some websites, in the UK, there's a website called Long Tall Sally where I find clothes. But besides that, a lot of custom pants. But at the end of the day, through all those no's, I finally found my yes in pageantry.
Oh.
And like, you can look how you look and feel beautiful and competing in pageants, and you're not told no because of how you look. And so I really just embraced that message, and I want to share to like other girls around the country that, you know, you are uniquely you. You are beautiful, just how you were made, how God made you. And I love embracing that now.
I love that so much because obviously we are all individually made on purpose. Like God made us to be exactly who we are. And it's like learning to love that and embrace it and stand tall in that. That's so beautiful. I was I know I'm not as tall as you, but like in elementary school and middle school, I was the girl that was like a head taller than all the boys. And I got picked on too. Did you were people picking on you in school? Like, what was that experience like?
Yeah, it was definitely hard through the middle school years. My last name is Foote, so I got Bigfoot a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Hearing that, I mean, boys and girls just calling me Bigfoot, just became used to it. And I hate that I had to say like I was immune to the name calling. But I literally would walk into a room slouching, afraid, like when people would look at me, what they were thinking. And so I think with time, though, I gained that confidence, and, you know, I'm standing tall now. And but to get there, it was a journey. But again, just spreading the message of standing tall in who you are. Yeah,
that's so good. So you competed multiple years to win your title.
Yes.
What was like, did you ever have moments where you're like, I'm done with this. I'm giving up on my dream. I can't do it anymore. I can't hear no anymore. Like, what was it like having those like down moments when you were competing, or did you not have any? I know I talked to other women that were like, I was just like, all right, ready for next year. I'm going to keep working. Or because I know when I competed, I had one year I was like, I'm done. I'm never doing pageants again. I'm over it. And that was before I went on to win my state and win Miss USA. So I'm glad that I never gave up, but I had those like moments. What about you? Did you have any of those moments?
I mean, I'm only human, right? I have those moments, but I kept telling myself the message, it's a not yet, not a no. And just my time was coming. And just, I tell people to like keep following their dreams. And if you get a no, like to keep going to find your yes. So I'd be such a hypocrite if I told myself, you can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So I just kept pushing, and it sounds easy, but it really wasn't. You know, mentally you have to be strong through all of that. And I think I owe a lot of that to the people around me motivating me and me believing in myself to get where I am.
Oh my gosh, totally. So, you know, a lot of women that listen to this podcast, men and women, but there's a lot of women and they are in the pageant world, especially the ones listening to this new series that you're a part of. There's women that are competing or want to compete, want to get into pageants or any other area of life that they want to achieve success. So what would you say to someone that is receiving a lot of no's or having like moments of self-doubt, they're feeling discouraged? Like, what would you tell someone that you're speaking to?
Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, you just have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And whatever the mantra you need to tell yourself.
Yeah.
If it's you looking in the mirror every morning saying, I can do this. I really believe in I am statements. And I am Miss USA. I am Miss Tennessee USA. Telling yourself that, to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Just have those moments of self-reflection just to know that you are enough.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be a part of your story. And everyone has to face adversity to, I think, get to the top of that mountain. And just, again, not yet, not a no.
Yeah, I love it. I'm going to be like writing these things down when I listen to this back. These are all really encouraging. So what are your favorite mantras or affirmations that you use? Because you're Miss Tennessee USA. Like, that is impressive. So what do you say to keep yourself confident, positive, motivated? What are your affirmations and mantras?
I'd say my number one is definitely I am worthy.
Yeah.
You know, I am worthy of this experience. I'm worthy of this title. And then you have to be confident enough to look at yourself and say, I am Miss USA. Because if you don't believe it, then how are the judges going to believe it?
100%.
How's the audience going to believe it?
Yes.
So I tell it to myself every morning.
Yeah. Amen. That's how it should be. I am Miss USA. I am Miss Universe. Like, Miss USA is the first step. We are going to Miss Universe after that. Like, that's your next step. Amazing. Okay. So I want to kind of switch it up a little bit. I was reading in your bio a little bit about like the entrepreneur, like motivation, like mentor, all of that. Break it down. What does that look like? Because I feel like I'm kind of an entrepreneur. Like, tell me what I need to do in my life. Like, what do you do exactly when you work with entrepreneurs?
Yeah. So in Tennessee specifically, there's the Hope Scholarship funded by the state lottery. And this is an opportunity for any high school student to apply for the scholarship and go to higher education. So I graduated college debt-free because of the Hope Scholarship,
Wow.
and I took advantage of this opportunity to further my education career and now my career in business. So I just want to encourage every student, every high schooler that I meet in the state of Tennessee to go out there and, again, don't see anything as a no. Like, find your next yes. So say yes to your higher education. Use the Hope Scholarship to your advantage. It's such an amazing thing in our state. And I really just have been trying to get into high schools to motivate students.
Yeah. Oh, so good. It's not no. It's just not yet.
Yes.
Find your yes. Pursue your yes. Like all of those things. It's like, I feel like I'm really motivated to go out and like rock it in business now.
Conquer
Just
the world.
talking to you.
Yes.
So, competing for Miss USA. It's happening. What are you looking forward to the most? What are you nervous about? It's natural to be nervous. I feel like if you want something, it's okay to have those nerves. Like it means that you want it and you're excited about it. But what are you nervous about? What are you excited about?
I'm excited to see what our swimsuits look like. We don't know until check-in. So like that's a huge part of competition, right? So to see that last little wardrobe piece, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah.
I'm nervous for my feet for the week, wearing heels for probably 8-10 hours a day.
Yep.
But that's okay. I bought lots of Band-Aids.
Good. And Epsom salt. I always say, like, bring a bag of Epsom salt. If they don't have a bathtub, you can literally, like, sit on the counter and soak your feet in the sink. Like, whatever you have to do because, woo. Do you have any, like heritage, like, cultural background? You said that your first name is German, right?
Yes, my great-grandmother's name. But besides that, I need to take a 23andMe test.
Yes, you should. Yes. That would be so interesting. I was asking just because I don't know if I should say exactly who. I'm friends with a lot of Latinas that competed for Miss Universe, you know, and one of them told me that she had this spray that they sprayed onto her feet to make them numb so she couldn't wear or feel her heels or like the pain from wearing high heels. So and smart. She said after she finished competing, she couldn't feel her feet for like another like week or so after she finished competing. That's how like,
oh my word,
potent it was. I was like, I don't know if that's good for you.
Yeah.
Like making all your nerves completely numb, but oh my gosh, it is a whole thing. I will say, save your feet in the moments that you can. If they say, oh girls, we're not practicing full out, we're just kind of marking it, practicing in rehearsals and all that, don't wear heels. Don't do it if you don't have to.
Put the flip-flops on.
Yes, because your feet when you're competing on stage and prelims and finals is more important than anything else. You don't want to go into prelims with so many sores on your feet because you've been wearing your heels when you didn't need to. Right. So yeah, you got this. This year, there's nothing holding you back from loving your hair again. I've taken Nutrafol. I started taking Nutrafol when I was postpartum after the twins, and I'm so glad I did because I noticed the hair thinning, especially around my hairline. And after I started taking Nutrafol, there was a huge difference, and my hair felt fuller and just so much healthier. I love that Nutrafol has a whole body approach to hair health that works from the inside out, so you can start loving your hair again. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1 million people. They see thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in 3 to 6 months, all with Nutrafol. Now, everyone's root causes of hair thinning are different, so one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth does not cut it. Nutrafol has multiple formulas that are tailored to give your hair what it needs to grow throughout different stages, such as postpartum, which is when I started using Nutrafol, and menopause, as well as for different lifestyles, such as plant-based diets. Now, as a busy mom of 3, almost 4, I need routine in my life, and I love that building a hair growth routine is simple. You can purchase online, there's no prescription required, automatic deliveries and free shipping keep you on track. Plus, with Nutrafol's subscription, you can save up to 20%. You'll have access to free naturopathic doctor consults, and a Headspace meditation membership is included. That is incredible. I started my hair growth journey with Nutrafol when I was postpartum with the twins. And whether you're postpartum, experiencing menopause, or any other area of life, Nutrafol is a brand that I love and have loved for quite some time now. So for a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code HMC. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code HMC. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code HMC. When you are competing in general, what's your favorite area of competition?
It's changed for nationals because if you asked me at state, I would have said interview because I just want the judges to get to know me. But now on the national stage, I'm so excited for gown because I'm just wearing my dream dress that if you would have asked me though, going into my dress appointment, I'm wearing a Sherry Hill. And going into that appointment, I just had this vision. It's going to be fully beaded. I wanted like 500 pounds of beads. It looks nothing like that.
Really? Oh my gosh. Now I cannot wait to see it.
But yes, I'm obsessed and I just feel like a princess, feel like a queen.
Oh, that's the best. It's like there's so many experiences that women have when they compete, myself included, with your wardrobe and your gown and all of that. And I remember like I was getting wardrobe last minute, like right before, and what didn't fit right or whatever it was. So to hear you say you're wearing your dream gown, that makes me so happy for you because I can just already see how you're just going to stand taller and shine brighter on stage because you're wearing literally like a dream come true.
Yes.
Oh, for Miss USA. That's so exciting. So when you become Miss USA, and I know I'm saying that to like every girl that I talk to, but like I feel like you have to put that out there.
Exactly.
You have to say it. And I'm not trying to give you any other energy besides when you become Miss USA. Yes. Obviously, there's the platforms that Miss USA has, but what do you want to do with the title?
Well, I think it's definitely changed a lot with social media, right? You've become a brand ambassador for this organization. And so I really, as a brand ambassador, would love to make sure I'm putting the business first and working with our sponsors and our partners via social media to make sure that we're being the best partner as the Miss USA organization, putting our best foot forward. My little pun there.
I love it. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so definitely having a more business mindset about it because I know at the end of the day it is a business.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. This is one of my favorite questions to ask guests, especially title holder guests. So whether it's your year as Miss Tennessee USA or your year as Miss USA, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want to be remembered for?
I would love to be remembered for the tallest title holder to ever be. But with that, I think holding my height and having a lot of height, that I have a lot of heart too. And so I just want to share my heart with our country and be a shoulder to lean on, be someone to look up to, both physically and mentally.
I love all of these little like look up to, got my height and my heart.
Yes. But I just really overall want to be known as a loving Miss USA, someone that was always just there for people.
Yeah, I love it so much. As we're sitting here and talking, I'm thinking like, I want to know something that is not, because this is called Hold My Crown. Like, let's take off the perfect pageant petty crown and just like talk about life, talk about realness, you know, and is there anything that's not necessarily on your bio or part of your story that is something interesting or exciting? Like, ooh, I traveled abroad, or I actually love skydiving. I can't believe I told anybody. I'm like really good at baking this. Like, what is like something different about you?
Yeah, I love,
besides the fact that you're really tall.
Yes. I love Formula One racing. I just have always loved cars. My grandfather, he always worked on cars growing up, so I was always around them. And then my dad loves anything that goes fast, so I love anything that goes fast. And so I just grew up watching the races. Yeah. And so I actually went to my first Formula One race last year. I went to the Miami Grand Prix, and then I ended up going to the Vegas Grand Prix. And so now I kind of just have like a bucket list item to go to every Formula One track around the world.
Amazing.
And yeah, my favorite is Carlos Sainz. And he actually just announced today he's signed with Williams Racing. So he's changing teams next season. But yes, I love keeping up with it. And actually Sunday morning yesterday when I was getting into LA, I was watching the race on my phone. So always watching, always keeping up.
I love it. Where is your next like bucket list Formula One racetrack to go visit?
Oh, definitely Monaco.
Ooh.
Yes.
That sounds
beautiful.
Incredible. Yeah. I'm like for the Formula One and for just everything else.
Yes.
I have something I'm doing tomorrow. We'll talk more about it off the podcast, but it's like a racing theme. I'll have to show you my outfit. I'm like, very excited to get very in character, but, How did you get into it? Just because of your family, and now like you're obsessed with Formula One?
Yeah.
Everything?
I've just always loved cars.
Yeah.
Like a little tomboyish of me.
Have you ever ridden in one of those super fast cars, like on the
Yes.
racetrack where your
Yes.
cheeks jiggle? Like,
I've ridden in a Ferrari, done like a hot lap in it. And then I love
fun.
Aston Martin. I've ridden in one. I've driven a Ferrari, but
Uh-huh.
I didn't go over 100 miles an hour.
okay.
But that's a dream for sure. But
Yeah.
I love just riding and doing those hot laps with race car driver.
How long have you been with your boyfriend? Or is he your
Um,
fiance?
Boyfriend,
Uh-huh.
just over 4 years.
Oh.
Yeah, we met in college and we've been together ever since. But he's
Amazing.
really supportive. And
Good.
him and his family are flying out to LA this week. So they'll all be here.
Fun.
They all put my face on a stick.
Amazing, as it should be.
Yeah.
That's so good. So who's coming to support you? Your boyfriend and his family?
Yes.
Who else?
And then my parents. I'm an
Mhm.
only child, so mom and dad are very proud.
Oh, yeah.
And then my two best family friends, Mark and Curtis. And then my two absolute best friends in the world. Their names are Kaylee and Bree,
Uh-huh.
and they compete in pageantry as well. But we call ourselves Charlie Angels, the three of us.
I
And
love
so
that.
they're coming, and I'm really excited to see them.
Do they compete in Tennessee as well, or other states? Have they already won? Are they still competing?
Other states, they
Yeah.
compete in Alabama and Florida. And
Okay.
so we always say that, like, we'll crown each other one day. So
Yeah.
hopefully next year I could crown one of them as Miss USA.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
would be amazing. It's really
Yeah.
fun to have friends so like long term through pageantry.
Mhm.
I mean, it's wild to think, but I literally have friends that it's been like 15 years. We met when we
Mhm.
were like just starting out in pageantry.
Mhm.
So where this is such a pageant question, but where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? Like, what does your life look like? What does your career look like? What
Mhm.
does your personal life, all of that, what does that look like 10 years from now?
Yeah. So a dream of mine, I don't know how it's going to happen, but like
Mhm.
you said, in a perfect world, I would love to have my own shoe line with my last name being Foote. I've
Yes.
always just loved shoes. It's my favorite accessory for every outfit. They're always fun,
Yeah.
spunky, something new. And so that would definitely be a dream to have my own shoe line.
Yeah.
And then hopefully I'll be mentoring and coaching other girls as a former Miss Universe. Who knows?
Yes, absolutely.
And then I'd love to be settled down and married by then, and just
Mhm.
comfortably living life.
That's
Mhm.
beautiful. I love that. Like I feel like as women, it's totally fine to be like super ambitious and have all these things that we want to do, but it's also really beautiful to want to have like a slow, deeply connected, like just beautiful, sweet life. You know,
Mhm. Yeah.
I go back and forth. Sometimes I'm like, I want to stop working and just like spend all the time in the world with my kids and husband. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I want to be a boss too. So
Yeah.
back and forth. I love it.
Balance.
Exactly. Balance. What is your favorite shoe that you're wearing during your Miss USA competition? Do you have like a special one that is your favorite?
Yes. So during rehearsals, I'm wearing a purple sparkly pump one day.
Fun.
And so I'm excited for that outfit. Stay tuned. But
Yes.
on stage, we have a sponsored shoe. So I'm excited to see what that
Right.
looks like
Mhm.
come tomorrow. But for your gown, you can wear whatever shoe you want. So I
Mhm.
have a fun black pump I'm wearing with that,
Ooh.
actually.
I mean, okay, by the time this airs,
Yes.
we'll have seen your dress and
Oh,
your
for
shoe.
sure.
So obviously you don't have to give away any secrets to me because I haven't seen it yet. But what color is your gown? Is it black?
It's black.
Okay, I want to know about your national costume. National. It's your state costume at national competition.
Yes.
So what's going on with that? You said there's a little hiccup. What's
Little
happening?
mishap. So, background of what my costume is.
Yeah.
Since we're in Hollywood, I really want to do something Hollywood inspired from Tennessee. So
Yeah.
I'm doing Elvis Presley and Dolly Parton, a East Tennessee versus West Tennessee, if you may.
I cannot wait to see it. I'm obsessed with
Yes.
Dolly Parton.
But so I had a little mishap. So the front is going to be Elvis, the back is Dolly, and
I can't wait to see
Dolly did not fit quite right. And so I only have half my costume here.
Oh my gosh.
And so today's Monday. I check in tomorrow. Tonight, my designer is flying from New Jersey. Hi, Simon.
Uh-huh.
And he is fitting the back. So hopefully everything fits tonight because I literally check in tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I'm 50% ready for my costume competition Wednesday night.
Oh my goodness. My heart is like racing for you because he's flying in to hopefully make sure it fits.
Yes.
If not, he'll have to be doing like live adjustments to make it
Literally.
work. Oh my goodness. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, I cannot wait to see it.
Yes.
Alrighty, as we wrap up, I would love to know and let everybody else know where they can find you on social media. Give them all your details.
Yes. So my pageant page is at Miss TN USA, where you can see all things Miss Tennessee. And then my personal page is Christell.Foote.
Spell it out because it's unique spelling. I want people to find you.
Okay, it's CHRISTELL.FOOTE.
Boom. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for hanging out with us, Christell.
Yes,
and we will see you soon, hopefully as Miss USA. That would be so much fun. But everybody, make sure you're following Christell on her personal page, her Miss Tennessee page, and make sure you're following the Hold My Crown podcast anywhere you find podcasts. Have a great day. See you next week.
Bye.
Yay Media Group.